Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. I'm happy to be back in my office. Makes me very happy. I feel much more calmer here. But anyway, welcome to weekly reading. We're going to be doing this for next week. So the week beginning the 23rd of June. So I'm going to dive straight in. All right. If you don't want to listen to the sound bowl, you can skip ahead. But for those who want to get in tune and calm, to take a deep breath with me. Okay. All right, lovelies. Let's dive into your reading, okay? Let's see what's going on for you guys. I'm going to start out with oracles as always. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you. For the week ahead, please, for my lovely Capricorn Spirit, what do you have to say? Here and now. Who had this card? Someone just had it. Doesn't matter. Either way, you're being called to be present this week, okay? The past has important lessons. The future can be inspiring and full of hope, but really what matters today and in life in general is today, right? It's the moment that we have right now. And what are we going to do about today that's going to help us or to calm us, whatever you guys need. It's the opportunities are right here, right now. So that's why they're calling for you to be present, okay? Don't get too lost up in these illusions because the past doesn't exist anymore, right? It's just a mere memory. And the future is also just visualization. It's all up in your head. So if you're getting too stuck up there, it's time to get grounded, okay? Anything else for Capricorn? Anything else for Capricorn? And then you have the 7th chakra, which is all about your crown chakra, which is your connection to spirit. So that's interesting. I feel like spirit is like, hey, connect with me. Get out of your head. It for sure feels like that. So if any of you have been wanting to strengthen your connection with the divine, with spirit, with God, whoever you guys, whatever you call it, they want you to connect with them too. So meditation or paying attention to your dreams and the subliminal messages that might be there, that might be telling you about what you might need to heal or what you still feel inside, or again, could be prophecies and predictions or signs, right, from spirit directly. But they really want you to focus on your connection to the divine. That's really what the crown chakra is about. Okay, let's then see what your main theme is. What's the main theme for Capricorn during this week? What's the main theme? 3 of Pentacles, building a healthy, solid foundation. The Fool card is here. Don't know why they want me to speak about that. Some of you guys may have recently or are thinking about taking a leap of faith, starting something new, a new journey. Some of you, it could be related to business, could be like your own little company. I don't want to call it little, so sorry. Your own company. I'm saying that in a cute way, but I don't want to underestimate what you're building. Let's see. 3 Pentacles, just a healthy foundation, right? You're building a plan for your life, which I like a lot. Let's see. Why is this the main theme? Why is this the main theme for Capricorn? Oh, I like that a lot. The Emperor, again, some of you, this is very, very good for being freelance or again, being your own boss or just being in a position of authority. It could even just be you taking control of your life, right? Planning it out, vision board. They want you to do that for sure. For sure. Absolutely. And the 2 of Pentacles is juggling that. There's a message behind this that says just be aware in the background a storm is brewing emotionally, so make sure that you're addressing your feelings. Don't just be so invested in work, right, that you forget about your feelings and your health. It's very important. But 2 of Pentacles is multitasking, juggling, building something. So I quite like this week for you. It feels very much like you're gaining control over your life and gaining control about where it's heading. So I like that. And again, very good for career and finances because it feels like you have it in order. Okay. Let's then look at the rest of your spread. You guys liked last week's spread, so I'm going to do it again. Let's look at your energy during the week. Page of Swords, getting curious. I'm going to clarify that for you. So this could be that you guys are really studying things. You guys are really researching things. I'm seeing like late night, like I'm seeing ChatGPT, Googling, looking into documents, Anyway, why is the Page of Swords here in Capricorn's energy? You have the Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. So you're really focusing on stability in your life, which is awesome. You are an earth sign, so it's not hard it's not out of character. But Ace of Pentacles, some of you are really thinking about either increasing your income or having a new opportunity in terms of your career and finances, okay? Or just stability in your life. It feels new. It's an Ace, so it's something that's coming into your world. And the Nine of Cups just feels like wish fulfillment. I feel like some of you are finding something that you're super passionate about. Page of Wands, yeah, there's a lot of good news and passion around that. They're just kind of highlighting that too. Pages, though, are very, I mean, the children really of the court card. So this feels new. This feels a bit like experimental, or it feels like you're experimenting. Anything else I need to know about Capricorn's energy? The Knight of Cups, which is, okay, some of you could be focusing a bit on love. We got the Lovers here. I feel like this is also a message in general to be more open and vulnerable when it comes down to your choices. I think you know where you need to go. Some of you, again, could be deepening a love connection, but we will look at love a little bit later. This looks quite good. You're feeling a bit romantic. I feel like you're feeling like things are getting in order. I actually quite like this. You're open to learning and to grow and to expand. So I really like this a lot for you. Okay, let's see what the energy of the week is. 10 of Cups, gorgeous energy. Expect happy times. That beautiful rainbow there suggests that, okay, things may have not always been perfect. There may have been some stormy days, like arguments or whatever, or just difficult times. But the rainbow here says that this week it's a happy week, okay? One where you're thinking a lot about your future goals, like I've been saying to you. Most importantly, you're finding peace in this present moment, which is awesome. But let's clarify. Could be spending time with loved ones, you know, when this card comes in. But let's see, why is the 10 of Cups the energy of the week? Justice, that's interesting. So if you are dealing with legal situations, I do see some good contracts coming through, ones that are going to make everyone celebrate with you. But it's also about bringing balance into your life, bringing balance and order and justice. Anything else? And Judgment. So that's really about truth and clarity. You know, this is the angels that are kind of announcing something to you. So I wonder if there is some really good news coming through, again, in regards to a contract or things becoming balanced. I do feel like specifically you're going to hear good news. I like this a lot. And I do feel like this is also the universe saying justice is coming in for you during this week. It's almost like a celebration for the angels too, because maybe you have been hard done by and they know that. So I feel like now things are aligned, which I love that too. Okay, how is Capricorn showing up in the near future? Energy of Capricorn, the Magician. Woo! This is so good. Okay, so and then Judgment being here too, which is awesome again, because again, it's truth, it's clarity, it's leveling up, right? It's also showing me in this deck, I think over here, we have an Imagine card, which is kind of Judgment for me. So it's like you're entering a new chapter of your life. You're passing the tests of your old chapters. You've learned about them. You've gained peace in them in whatever way you needed to. And I think that you're fully moving forward into a new chapter, and one where it's completely up to you what you want. You are the artist here of your life. You are the writer of your own story. So again, a lot of this is about gaining control. Like we've been seeing the Emperor come up a lot for you. So Magician says in the near future, you are definitely showing up very entrepreneurial. I have to say that again. But it's saying that you have all the tools and elements that you need to manifest whatever it is that you desire. So it's very magical. Maybe that's why Spirit's like, hey, connect with me because I can help you here. Because as above, so below, if you can visualize it and you can feel it, then you can actually have it in this reality. So faith is also important with that. In yourself even. So let's see. Why is the Magician in Capricorn's energy? It's very Gemini and Virgo, so a lot of information is coming through in your reading. Okay, interesting. Look at that. 10 of Swords with the 7th chakra. That's an ending of an old way of being, or like an ego death at times. But why is this here with the Magician? Because the Magician is what is that? The Devil. So that's interesting. Now, the Devil can be fears, right? It's fears. It's things that keep us restricted. It's really the opposite of the Magician. So this coming through just tells me that you're stepping into this energy and releasing this energy. Some of you may have had to end something with a devil, right? That could be an old boss, control freak, or again, it could just be your own addictions, temptations, fears, and low vibrational energy. And the Devil, I guess, is a lack of faith, right? So that's probably why they're saying, put an end to this, connect with us, and you won't have any of these fears. You will know that the things that you want for yourself, you can have. Anything else for the Magician? a lot of cards. 7 of Wands, yep. It may not be easy, but you will do it, right? 7 of Wands says that despite how things look and all the things that you have that you might be up against to bring something to life, you will have success and victory. So the wild here in the 6 of Cups is interesting because 6 of Cups is like connections. It can be soulmates. I'm going to clarify that. It can also be about nostalgia and the past. So I don't know if you're bringing back an old dream into your future. And the wild is like a new beginning, a new cycle, ending of an old, beginning of a new. So why is the 6 of Cups here in the future? The 9 of Swords, no longer worrying about the past. So I feel like you're healing something. What is this about? 4 of Pentacles, things you might have been holding on to. The Queen of Swords is interesting. The Knight of Wands could be a fire sign. 4 of Pentacles is like holding back. And in a way, I wonder if this is like, what is this? Stubbornness. I think that you're outgrowing that. Queen of Swords, setting more boundaries with people who might not be very open to you. So maybe some of you in workspace, like that could be something that you guys are doing. The 9 of Swords is interesting here. I just feel like there's no more worries in your future. I think that you are kind of like overcoming that. And maybe in the past you have been a bit of like a worrier or a people pleaser. I don't know why they're showing me that too. I think in this near future, like you're so aligned to what you're working towards and the projects that you are working on. 3 of Pentacles here again. And the success around that, I think that you won't have a lot of worries. You just have a lot of tasks. Let's see. What else is coming up for you? Recent past, please. Thank you. 2 of Swords. Okay, interesting. In the recent past, you've been needing or have needed or were in a position of making a big decision in your life. What is this about? Needing to trust your intuition. Interesting. So you have the Star, which I'm going to cover. The nudity. I've not yet like scribbled it. And I really hate drawing on my cards, to be honest. So I just put a crystal on top of the nudity. But the Empress and the Star is interesting because the Empress, I mean, it's a mother figure. Some of you could have had to make a choice about mother figure, but the Star is healing something. 2 of Swords, though, again, in general, is about needing to make a decision to cut something out so that you can choose the other one. And the Empress and the Star here is really about stepping into this beautiful divine energy. The Empress again is about flow and not force. The Star is also about flow. She's giving back to the world. It's very loving energy coming through here. So probably you had to get rid of things that were blocking this loving energy or blocking you from having an abundance here and having this wish fulfillment. Maybe you had to get clear on what you wanted, right? This is a gorgeous combo though. So whatever decision you had to make clearly feels aligned to this beautiful combo. Okay, let's see your challenges for the week. What are the challenges for Capricorn during this week? The Fool. So again, okay. So the Fool is known to be about trusting in the universe and taking a leap of faith and where you feel guided to go. And that coming on top of the 7th chakra, your crown chakra, connecting to spirit. Spirit wants you to connect with them before taking leaps of faith or doing anything risky. So they want you to connect with your intuition mainly. Let's see what else. Challenge for Capricorn. 10 of Swords. Remember the Magician came up with the 10 of Swords and it just was on top of this again. So that's interesting. 10 of Swords is an ending. Why is the Fool card a challenge? The 4 of Swords. Healing something. What is the Fool? This new leap of faith. What is this about? Queen of Pentacles. Some of you may have been a little bit foolish financially. I think you're building that back up. Queen of Pentacles can also be you. Again, you are an earth sign. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are really kind of getting stable within yourself. So why would the Fool be here? I think you're focusing on stability, but I do think you're being called to do something. 7 Pentacles reverse, and that could be changing something up that you feel like you're not getting a lot of results from. What's the Fool? The new journey. Ace of Swords. It's whatever you've already been working on. Ace of Swords is like clarity. Something's very clear. Truth, right? Communication. It just feels like this is good. Like I feel like you're going to be getting the green light to take a leap of faith somewhere to get more results. Okay. And not like wait around for something. I think you're going to go after it. But you're building your stability first. I think that's important. Okay, and the Ten of Swords. What's the Ten of Swords doing in a challenge position? The Lovers, interesting. Let's cover that again. So some of you, this is like a decision that you made that may have again ended abruptly, or maybe have been the wrong decision for you. Maybe that's why you struggle a little bit with trusting in your intuition. But some of you, this is a love interest too, but it ended very badly, whatever this is. What is the Ten of Swords doing here in a challenge position? The Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. And the Lovers, is this specifically actually about love or a choice? The Devil. Interesting. Now, the Devil and the Lovers are basically the same. However, very different also. Like, I'm going to show you, without showing you the nudity, both of these cards here. Like, one's got the angel above with his hands up, and then the Devil is, this is more control or a toxic connection or karmic, and this is more like true love. So I wonder if there's a need, if you are in a relationship, to heal certain like of your own kind of ego or the devil in your lives, to then step into the Lover's energy, because both of you feel left out in the cold. If you ended it with someone and they're still on your mind, you still want something with them, there's just a bit of problems, I think that can be the case. But the Five of Pentacles, the Devil is a bit like stubborn, a bit toxic, to be honest, a little bit not how you want it to be, right? You're kind of being ruled by the wrong thing. You want the angels to be here, not the devil. So I wonder if some of you are getting rid of a karmic cycle with someone, right, where there's a lot of lack, a lot of this toxicity, so that you can have true love. Maybe that's what it's about. Why is this a challenge for Capricorn? What's the Ten of Swords doing here? The Hierophant was definitely about relationships, and it keeps jumping up on top of the 7th chakra. So I wonder if in relationships there's been a lot of fear, and maybe that's again been kind of spreading a little bit of darkness in a connection. Whatever it is, Hierophant is also about committing to faith's belief, right? So Hierophant is like a priest here. So I do feel like there's like more of a relationship coming away that's more on the same page, okay, or more commitment involved. And again, it could be from an old relationship, or you're learning from an old relationship and entering, and will be entering something new. It's kind of hard to say. We'll look at love a little bit later, but yeah, Tower card, I mean, with the Ten of Swords, it definitely represents a fallout with someone. I feel like there's a chance for some if you want it, but if you don't want it, then that's fine too. I think there's better options out there for sure. Let's then see, what is your advice this week from Spirit, please? Advice for Capricorn during this week. The Moon. Okay, so dealing with certain inner feelings is so important, especially with this combo. You don't want to, I think working on your triggers is very important, because Page of Swords and the Moon can mean that at times you might lash out, and it may not be from a very clear place. And the Fool card, again, acting a little bit foolish at times. So just be aware. I think that you do have a lot of suppressed feelings that need to come to light, okay? But we're going to work on that. It's shadow work for sure. Okay, but anything else? What's the advice for Capricorn? And the Nine of Cups, your advice. Focus on happiness. Focus on clearing your feelings. Yeah, Ace of Cups being there. More love in your life. Okay, let's clarify this Moon though. Why is the Moon advice? Why is this advice? Nine of Pentacles trying to come through. So working on your independence. Why is the Moon? So maybe the Devil could represent a bit of codependency and a connection, which is breaking it. Okay. And as I said, some of you, if it's just that, I do see that that can be something better, but you can't be ruled by the Devil. It's fear. Fear in a relationship can create a lot of toxicity and resentment and stuff like that. So an open, divine connection or a way of doing things can really help the connection out, just for some of you out there. But let's see. Why is the Moon here? In advice, what's the advice around the Moon? Three of Pentacles, interesting. So working on the foundation, the Emperor, gaining control back, okay? And the Empress being here, again, can directly speak about relationships, but it's more about, okay, kind of, what's the Emperor doing here? With the Moon, what's the advice around the Moon? Knight of Wands. I think it is a matter of not being reckless, or I like the Knight of Wands, but in comparison to the Emperor, I feel like it's more about controlling your feelings and emotions and understanding them. so that you can build a solid foundation for sure. Knight of Wands usually can be quite a reckless card, right? Acting on impulse at times. So I think that's something they want you to clear out, gaining more control. The Nine of Cups as advice. Ten of Cups, again, focusing on happiness. Love that. And the Ace of Wands. That's nice because I feel like this is about like taking a chance on a new idea that you have, or again, just a new passionate beginning coming your way. And I feel like Nine of Cups is like focusing on your happiness around that, like making sure that you are happy with what you're bringing into your world and celebrating something. But what's the advice? Hierophant. Faith, commitment, right? Focusing what you're committing yourself to. I think it's going to bring a lot of happiness in your life. Commitments can also be a job and stuff like that. Some of you will get a new job or get a new idea to pursue your own business, for example. Let's see what the near future says. Energy of the near future. The World, brand new beginning. Love that. Look at this. All of these here is just beautiful because we have the Fool, which is new beginnings, right? Leaps of faith, a new journey, the World, ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new one, and the Magician, which is a number 1 as well. That's so cool. Which is again identity, number 1, but it's also about starting fresh. So why is the World in the near future? It's a glow up, it's a new beginning. Why is the World here in the near future? 6 of Swords, moving towards, some of you will be changing homes, for example. I do see some of you might actually be moving somewhere, maybe even long distance, right? Could be further away, but this is also about moving on with your life and moving towards calmer times, which is awesome. Anything else with this in the near future? 5 of Wands, interesting. 7 of Wands. I feel like this is a little bit of like there's some challenges up ahead, but as long as you are dealing with them, I think it's fine. Don't let it spiral is what I feel like with this card. 2 of Wands, balance it, right? One at a time is important for your challenges in this next chapter. Okay, and any fights or arguments with people, remember, balance. Balance. Looking at both sides is important. Okay, only for healthy arguments though, or people. If not, just get rid of them. If they're toxic, for example, then I'm not showing any signs of change. But I feel like I'm speaking to people who actually are dealing with better people in your future. All right, in the area of love, please, for Capricorn during this week. The Devil and the High Priestess. We already had the Devil show up in terms of love connections, to be honest. It's something that you've been ending or need to end. Why is it? And the High Priestess can represent secrets or subconscious things. So again, it could really just be that in a connection, you're both acting subconsciously, like based on your program in life, right? Whether it be your upbringing or what you saw in relationships growing up, or a preconceived belief about someone, like you're toxic, or I don't know. Again, as I said, I do just pick up an energy for some that something is salvageable, if that's what they want to say. It just really needs the removal of these subconscious beliefs that both of you seem to be carrying here. Remember, it's all about fear and control or addiction or obsession, or let's see. Why is the Devil here in the area of love? 4 of Swords, healing. Some of you are healing from that an ending in your life. If it's not someone that you're wanting anything with in the future, it's still there, but you're still healing from it. Recovering. Anything else for the Devil? 3 of Pentacles. Some of you are working on it. Some of you are building back your foundation, even if you're choosing to still be single. All right, and the High Priestess. Queen of Wands. What is that? 8 of Swords. I think this is building confidence back. High Priestess, Page of Wands, and Queen of Cups. Yeah, I just feel like this is you building a confidence back. Did this jump on top of the 7th chakra? I think this is you healing your heart, Queen of Cups, understanding that you have a very beautiful way of loving. Page of Wands is a flirtatious card, but High Priestess does feel a little bit like some of you are keeping to yourself here. Sometimes I don't know why I'm giving like couples therapy here, but I just feel like sometimes, I mean, if you are the Queen of Cups, someone here, regardless of who it is, I think has a lot of feelings, but you have or someone has this defense mechanism which is to be more fiery and to maybe say things we don't mean as a way of protecting your heart and what you're true. It's like vulnerability, right? So the High Priestess, I feel like that's something that you're having to, or someone's having to outgrow, because the Page of Wands is quite childlike, whereas the Queen of Cups, emotionally, someone is very, very intelligent with that, very sensitive though, but very loving, very caring, very vulnerable. But the Page of Wands feels like the defense mechanism that just kind of spits fire, what I'm seeing. So Queen of Wands, I think focusing on your confidence. Some of you or someone in this connection lacks confidence. The Queen of Wands being here, I think you should be confident. Like Queen of Wands is very beautiful, there's a lot of great traits about her, but Eight of Swords is like your mind can be your own enemy at times. So yeah, dealing with that can change the course of a relationship or what you attract in love, right? Anything else? The Hierophant. So again, I think there are better connections for sure in your future once you're healing something here. Okay. Let's see what is going on in terms of career and finances for Capricorn this week. Six of Pentacles. You're focusing on what you give your time and energy to, for sure. Love that. Okay. Making sure that things are equal. Some of you could be getting a bit of a pay rise or a payout at this time. Things are more balanced here. Queen of Pentacles, really good. The Moon, interesting. And the Hermit, I think that this is just a little bit like there's some fears, or again, the Moon being here. Remember, there's some emotions coming through that might affect your work or your finances at times, but the Hermit is kind of like your mentor out of this. So deep reflection necessary to really look at it through, not the Moon, because the Moon is always like distortion, and when sometimes we're feeling very intensely, things are not so clear, right? You know, when things go wrong, it's like, oh my God, like this is all crumbling down, like that's it, like everything's over. We kind of catastrophize things. Is that even a word? Like I feel like everything is going to be destroyed. You know, we kind of have that way of thinking, but the Hermit is like, okay, let's breathe, let's zoom out. What can we do about the situation? It's much more wise, right? It's no longer panic. It's actually wisdom that steps in, that helps guide you through the darkness. So I feel like that's important when it comes down to career and finances. So if there's any worries about that, remember, dealing with this properly will be very helpful for you to get more money or a better job, right? Or again, just more fairness here. Okay, my angels, that is what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you guys for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed this reading, then make sure you like and subscribe if you feel called to. And if it resonates, then let me know in the comments. I love to read your comments to see how it resonates, because honestly, I only see what the cards show me, okay? But when you guys tell me your stories, it really solidifies it for me and goes, oh my God, it made sense for you guys. So that's cool. So yeah, if you do want to do that, then feel free to do that, because I love it. But anyway, I send you my love. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.